Be persistent. Somebody say, be persistent. Persistence. So this is what I like to ask as I go around and travel. How many parents do I have here? Raise your hand if you're a parent, okay? So I want one of the parents that raise their hands to ask this question. Answer this question. How long do you give a baby to walk? Somebody that is a parent, answer that. Go ahead.
As long as they need.
As long as it takes. Now, usually when I ask this, and I saw a few people were already puzzled. What do you mean? I mean, you don't tell the baby, look, you got 2 months to get this thing right. I mean, and if you don't get this thing right, you got to go. Why is he still being carried around at 15? Well, he didn't learn. But yet, we put a timetable on our dreams, right? So we say God put in us to start a business, but because the business didn't take off in the first month, now we gave it up. You have to have an until it takes attitude. How long until it takes? Until it takes. Until it takes. So in life, when we fall, we have to get back up. As Madam C.J. Walker, everybody likes to talk about, first self-made American woman millionaire, black or otherwise. But what a lot of people don't know is that this multi-billion-dollar cosmetics industry that she founded is as a result of her losing her own hair. This woman was not even 20 years old. She was widowed. She had 2 children and was working as a laundrywoman for 2 cents a day. Now, sure, it was in the 1900s, but 2 cents a day is still a little bit of money. I don't care. It wasn't in the 1400s. And if you can imagine for years losing her hair and the disgrace that comes with that. And she talks about how she would go home and she started mixing these concoctions in her sink and mixing one thing into another. And she started seeing how something was working. And once her hair started growing back, she figured something else. Said, wait a minute, maybe people all over the world can use this. So what became a multi-billion-dollar industry started from a tragedy. But that would have never happened had she not been persistent. I want somebody to write this down. The answer to my problems, is to do more, not less. The answer to my problems is to do more, not less. And it sounds so simple, but when we fail, so many of us stop. Thinking somehow if you're going to stop, what's that going to do? I mean, I understand what it's like to fail and be hurt, but trust me, stopping ain't going to get you anywhere. That I can promise you. It's like on the movie Alive. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die walking. You're going to see footprints in the snow. I will not die sitting over here waiting for something to come get me. I'm going to go find the rescue team. Somebody look at your neighbor and say, be persistent.